Welcome to Swing and a Miss, a baseball podcast.
Where our obnoxious opinions are backed up by cherry-picked stats.
Wait, I wasn't ready.
You want to look like a penis with a little hat on?
Welcome into episode 25. Welcome into episode 25 of Swing and a Miss.
That's Barry Bonds' number.
Quarter century mark.
Made it all the way to 25. No one can believe it, especially me. How we doing?
If I had 1 penny for every episode, I'd have a quarter.
You would. It's
But I don't, so I have $0.
we're also not paying out quarters, so sorry.
Can I have
about that.
the Montana State quarter? I like that one.
Oh, yeah.
Very
That's a
nice.
good one.
It is a good one.
If I find one, I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
Do you collect quarters?
No.
I have the entire U.S. state quarters collection in a little booklet back in
Really?
my parents' house.
That's adorable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from when I was young.
So you have like $12.50 in quarters just laying around somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's go to the casino.
Wait, and you haven't invested that in the podcast?
No,
Oh, man.
no, those are the break glass in case of emergency funds.
$12.
If things really go sideways,
Can I-
this $12 will get me out of a jam.
I can eat at Wendy's.
Hey, it's still probably more than Chris Ilitch is going to spend on the Tigers this offseason.
Fair enough.
I want props for doing the math right pretty quick there.
You know, I don't
Hey,
even
way
know.
to go.
Thank you.
I don't even
Yeah,
know if you did it right.
Yeah.
I just believe
Ben
you.
just went along.
I just believe
he
you.
heard numbers and said, "Yep, that sounds good."
That's typically Ben's math.
Yep.
For as little as we had to talk about for the last episode when it came to free agency, we've got a cornucopia of signings and transactions to go over right now.
We do, but real quick, let's do a couple housekeeping pieces before we get into the nitty gritty of the free agency timeline. One thing we forgot to mention on the last episode, and that's on me. We have our website up and running. It is swingandamisspod.com. You can go there for links to our Apple Podcasts, our Spotify podcasts, and we are also now live on YouTube. Yay!
Woot woot.
It's exciting. So you can stream all of our previous episodes on YouTube if you want to. If not, don't.
And future episodes.
And future episodes, but those aren't recorded yet. Before we dive into the free agency stuff, let's touch base on our New Year's resolutions. So who would like to start? I think we should start with Nels.
I was waiting for the show to
Oh, no.
officially send my first message to Mr. Batista.
Oh, what does it say? The anticipation's killing me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I forgot we did these already. I had to think about what mine was. Fortunately, no preparation needed.
We haven't chosen which rival you're going to talk about this episode.
I know.
And I've also completely forgotten what mine is.
You know. We'll tell
Okay,
you.
move on to somebody else because I'm
Okay.
having trouble navigating
So
Instagram.
an update on mine. So I have one grocery trip under my belt since last recording, and it was a conscious effort to not bring everything in on one arm. I had to stop myself.
How many bags were we talking?
30-ish?
What?
Yeah. 30, 25, something like that.
Dude, are you feeding like 8 families?
No, we buy a lot of non-perishable stuff.
Okay.
We're preparing for the end times.
But still, like, how many items per bag?
One.
Get out of my head. So I had to make a conscious effort. So I was successful in my first attempt with that. Tyler, have you accidentally said love you at the end of a phone call with someone that you didn't love?
No, I
Oh.
have not. No.
Man,
No, that still has not occurred.
you're succeeding. I love it. All right. So before we get to the thing I'm most excited about, let's, as a show, vote real quick about which rival Josh has to say something nice about this episode.
Let's see. We
Should we start with baseball?
could start with baseball.
I would like to start with college football.
You think so?
Oh, I wasn't going to do that to you. Actually, this is the easiest one for you.
Hot right out of the gate.
This is the easiest
I'm
one
okay
for
with
you.
that.
To say something nice about Ohio State, this is the easiest one for
Yeah,
you.
Ohio State. We're going to start with Ohio State. You've got to say something nice about Ohio State before the end of the show.
You can't use 50 cents.
They played they had a hard fought basketball match against Michigan this last weekend. They played really well. They came out as losers per usual, but they fought very well. They played much better than I expected them to, given their record.
I would argue they didn't fight that hard.
And I'm going to need something better for you. That seemed like a factual statement that they played a game.
Facts can be nice.
Nah,
And they played better than I expected. They gave a better fight than I was expecting them to.
I
expected them to be another victim of the 30-point drubbing, and
I would have accepted that, by the way.
Michigan didn't start really pulling away until the last quarter of the game.
True.
I was nervous for at least 25 minutes of that game.
And I never had any delusions that Ohio State was going to win. I'll accept that. That's fine. They played better than you expected. I'll take that.
Yeah.
All right.
They gave it an honest go.
They gave it a go. We'll say that. All right, Nels. How are things going with Mr. Batista?
So I found his Instagram. I'm following him on Instagram now. And I'm going to send him a message.
Okay.
And that message says, "Hi, Dave. Big fan. Just wanted to say hi," with the hand waving emoji. And that's it.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
I'm starting out light.
All right.
Starting out light.
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
it.
I don't want
Can't go into stalker mode.
I don't want to get weird. Like there's New Year's resolution. I'm part of a podcast. No, just see if hey, hi Dave, big fan.
I like it.
Yeah. So send.
There we go.
And we'll see what happens.
Okay. I like it.
He has not responded yet.
Before the end of the show, Dave Batista will have sent 5 responses. Oh, no. Thank you for finally reaching out.
Been waiting so long.
We have a video call set up with Dave Bautista for tomorrow night.
I heard episode 24 and have been just waiting for
Exactly.
Biggest fan. Likewise.
I love it. All right, Tyler, take it away. Let's dive into the craziness of free agency.
Oh, well, so as you may have remembered from the last episode, we didn't have much to talk about. We hit the stop recording button, and immediately, while we were still all together, we found out that Alex Bregman had signed a 5-year, $175 million contract with the Cubs, with $70 million deferred. That's going to pay him through 2041. So there you go. Alex Bregman. I guess he will retire a Cub. I would presume that that's where that will wind up going.
I think that's the goal of the Cubs.
Well, sure. I mean, I think the question is just how long he winds up playing for. Because right now he is 32 years old.
He's definitely in his 30s.
31.
Yes, 32.
Okay.
He'll be 32 by.
Okay.
Yeah,
months.
this is his age 32 season.
Can I ask a question?
No.
Because okay. I feel like we were all in agreement that the Red Sox may have overpaid a little bit for him. Do we feel like the Cubs overpaid?
No.
No, because I feel like they were really looking for an answer at third base. And they're in their championship window. And so it makes a lot of sense to just go and get the best third baseman that's available on the market. Roll it out for the next 2-3 years. And then, after that, it's sort of, you're in the next, you're in your next state of Cubs baseball. So let's see what happens. But no, like the Cubs are at the point where they need to go for it. Like they've got the horses right now. So I approve of the move.
Yeah, and the deferred salary makes it not as big of a hit, but it's Chicago. It's the third biggest market in baseball. The Cubs are very much contenders. You picked them, Ben, to win the World Series this year.
Go to it. Lose to the Mariners.
Okay, either way, you picked them as the National League champion.
I did.
They're very clearly in a window where they can win, and this is the kind of move that can put you over the top when you're close. It's the kind of thing that fans of many other teams, mine included, really wish that their team would go and pull the trigger. Go out and make that move. When you're close, you got to strike. And I know that it was 108 years between their most recent championship and the one before that, but I don't think Cubs fans want to wait that long again. So if they've got a chance, they would love to get number 2 in there.
Well, and don't get me wrong, I don't think it's a bad move. I was just curious if we thought that they overpaid.
Until I see what the seemingly inevitable salary cap is going to look like, there's no such thing as an overpay in baseball to me.
And by definition, almost every single free agent contract is an overpay. It's the winner's curse. no one else was willing to pay that much for that player. So
Yeah.
you are the person who everyone looks at and says, sucker. That doesn't mean that you should never sign a free agent contract, but no one else was willing to go above what the Cubs were willing to dish out for.
Fair enough.
I'll point out the downsides here. Bregman has a history of lower body injuries, mainly muscle strains, which are not going to decrease in frequency as he gets older.
Stretch more.
Yeah. Oh, you think these professional athletes are not stretching? Huh. Interesting. Curious.
He has 2 quad strains, one on each leg in the last couple of years, including last year. Hamstring strain in August 2020. So, it's when you start getting into your 30s, as we all know, things like that creep up on you more and more.
As we all know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I agree with you.
Yeah.
I haven't reached the point of all knowing yet.
Yeah.
You're in your 30s.
You're younger than Bregman. You don't know what you're
I
talking
am a
about.
year younger than Bregman.
And then I also want to talk about how just awful the Red Sox fumbled all of this, because they essentially traded Devers away because they had Bregman and thought they were going to have Bregman. And now they don't have Bregman or Devers. So they lost out on 2 kind of like keystone parts of a potential lineup. And
A little bit of credit to the Tigers for last offseason. One of the big points there, they were willing to match the money. It was that opt-out after year 1 that was their big concern. And that's what came back to bite the Red Sox in the butt there. So
it's a fair concern.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, come on, you're really going to let that keep you from going and getting the biggest guy on the market. And then a year later, that's exactly what happens. And the Red Sox go so far as to trade one of the better hitters in all of baseball away for this, just for him to opt out and then sign somewhere else.
yeah,
That's tough.
Red Sox left holding the bag, as they say.
I'm not one that's going to sit here and feel bad for Red Sox fans with all the success that they've had in my lifetime. But yeah, I mean, that's rough.
Fair enough.
Next on the docket, a couple days later, Nolan Arenado was traded away from the St. Louis Cardinals to the Arizona Diamondbacks.
It was so nice having him out of the division for like 4 years. Only had to face him a couple times instead of like 13.
Did this one surprise anybody?
Yes.
It surprised the crap out of me.
I don't think that there was even rumors of
I never heard a
Arizona
thing.
being interested.
Nope.
I mean, I knew that Arenado was going to be likely to be traded this
Yes.
offseason.
Yeah.
I don't know that we knew that the Diamondbacks were a good suitor, but yeah, they did pay a reasonable price.
If by reasonable price you mean took on some salary and gave back a
middling
nothing
prospect.
prospect.
They,
Yeah.
they took on a lot of that salary.
Yes. So Arizona gets $31 million to pay down that salary. So Arizona is really going to be paying $11 million for 2 years of Nolan Arenado.
Yeah, and $5 million is paid by the Rockies for next year.
Yes.
So they really got him for almost nothing.
yes, it's
And I know that he's aging and his bat has slowed down some.
I think they
But-
trade for the glove, not the bat.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's a Hall of Fame defender at
Yep.
third base. And I mean, he's still the numbers weren't great last year. Don't get me wrong. But that's still a potential, very solid veteran presence, helps out your defense, is still a useful bat. I mean, to basically give up nothing. It's free money right there for a very solid veteran presence at third base.
I feel all they did was replace Evan Longoria, who was with them when they went to the World Series.
Mhm.
So if I view it kind of through that lens
Sure.
of, it's not that you're getting capital A Nolan Arenado, but you are getting a solid player who's going to be a good locker room presence and really contribute in ways that he can, but maybe not in all the ways that he used to be able to.
Yeah, the D-backs, if they're not going to have a middle-aged third baseman, then they don't want anybody there at all.
Yeah.
And they've always said that.
Yes.
But I think you guys all know this, but Nolan Arenado is my favorite player. So
I actually didn't know
oh
that.
yeah. Oh, I've been a huge Nolan Arenado fan his entire career. So I'm interested. I'm hoping for him to bounce back. Sorry, Nels. But like, I'm hoping that
he can have a good year. He just doesn't want the Diamondbacks to have a good year.
Yeah, I hope that he has a fantastic year. I hope he has a fantastic year, but struggles greatly against the Giants.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
He'll make 0 errors in some of the most spectacular plays you've ever seen. That's really what he's going to do.
I gotta tell you,
Well, I mean, that's what he does.
I like the defense of the Diamondbacks.
Oh yeah, no, they
really do.
They've got a phenomenal defense, like at all corners, and yeah, they're really, that is going to be what they're going to be, which is going to be a fun pitching and defense, and I feel like they're more of a contact oriented team.
Yep, starting to remind me a little bit of the Royals team from 2015. Good defense, play small ball, don't go for the big homers.
Yeah, if you're going to beat the Dodgers and try and compete with them, good defense is a way to go. That way you're giving up as few hits as possible and making as few
And as
mistakes.
we all know, defense is the shortcoming of the Dodgers. So you can outdo them in that.
Anybody know who the owners of the Diamondbacks are? This is
Arizona.
not a trick question.
Ice-T.
Really?
No, Arizona Ice-T.
Oh, Arizona Ice-T.
Arizona
the
Ice-T?
actor.
Really? It's the
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I was hoping if they're listening, go back to the purple.
Ken Kendrick.
Go back to the purple, Ken. I know you're listening.
Is Penn Kendrick the Arizona Ice-T guy? Because I would like to think that 99 cents at a time he was able to pocket enough cash to buy a professional sports franchise.
I'm guessing they do that
no,
a few times a year.
He is
to
the
throw
founder
back.
of a software development company.
Well, that's
do
a
it.
lot less interesting for
They
me.
do it some. They need to do it more.
No, they do it about as often as the Rays do.
Yeah.
So
Next on the docket, Boston in a panic. Probably not in a panic. But they didn't get Bregman, so they decided to shore up a little bit of pitching, probably replacing Lucas Giolito within the rotation with Ranger Suarez, 5 years, $130 million. This one is one that I look at, and this is definitely the winner's curse of, like Ranger Suarez had a good year last year, but that is an awful lot of money to pay for that. So you're looking at, a little over $27.5 million a year for Ranger Suarez. Wish the best for Ranger, but this one worries me a good deal.
This reminds me, and I know you guys hate when I bring everything back to the Tigers, but this is like,
We don't hate it. We just point it out.
Yeah. But this reminds me a lot of when the Tigers signed Javi Baez. It wasn't priority 1, it wasn't priority 2, it wasn't priority 3, but by the time all of those went off the board, you felt like you still had to make a move somewhere, and you overpaid and gave probably too many years to do so that you can get some sort of something in there going.
To be fair, it's worked out pretty well for the Tigers with Javi so far.
Oh, it worked out for about a half a season of the 3 he's played so far.
That's more than we thought he'd get. That's a half season more.
No.
I'll give him half of last season, but the 2 years before that, he was one of the worst players in baseball.
Yeah,
So,
Javi has definitely not lived up to the contract.
I like Javi. I'm hoping that he builds off of a little bit of a confidence boost and gets back to being good, but that's still not a good contract. And I'm afraid that might be what the Red Sox are getting here, that they missed on all their priorities and said, well, we have a surplus of money that we can spend. We better get somebody with a name.
Don't get me wrong. Ranger Suarez, great pitcher.
led the league in
he's a solid
shutouts
pitcher.
in 2024.
Yeah.
With one.
With one.
Yeah.
Great get. A lot of money committed.
For
a lot
sure.
of money.
For a guy that I really think is like a 3-starter.
Well,
In that rotation or just in general?
Just in general. Like if you
Fair.
if you are a winning ball club, like a true competitor, he's probably your 3-star.
He is no Bronson Arroyo. He's just not.
The thing that worries me about Ranger is the numbers look good, the underlying numbers look good, but
No swing and miss.
it's a little bit of a poor man's Blake Snell type of a thing where his career high for innings pitched was last year at 157. So that worries me, just that it will not be able to give you the length that you might want out of someone that you provide that contract to. And he does not have the same degree of just nastiness that a Blake Snell would have.
And for those keeping track, 157 and a third innings as his career high means that in his 8-year MLB career, he has never pitched enough innings to qualify for an ERA crown. So, like,
to be fair, we're moving into that in baseball.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to
Sure,
devote my
but,
financial resources towards that type of player.
I
is
w-
where
I-
you wind up
At least Blake Snell, the 2 years that he actually pitched 180 innings, he won the ERA crown and won a Cy Young in those 2 years.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm saying
Poor man's.
at least for him, he had
Maybe-
that going for him.
Maybe he's a homeless man's
Hey,
Blake Snell. I don't know.
He was also Blake Snell, the villain in Last Action Hero. So he was pulling double duty.
I mean, all that being said, Ranger Suarez, very nice pitcher, good guy to have on staff. I believe he's a middle of the rotation kind of guy. It's a lot of money to give that kind of a pitcher.
It's a good pitcher to get for the Red Sox for their rotation. It is a lot of money though.
So then the next day, a plucky team called the Los Angeles Dodgers decided that they needed to
needed to shore up.
Yeah,
some
they
stuff.
need to get a little bit more offense onto their team. So they signed Kyle Tucker to a 4-year, $240 million contract.
Dr. Evil is salivating somewhere.
My honest take, I think that this contract is only going to be slightly better than the Anthony Rendon contract. I think Kyle Tucker is a very nice player. I think he might be the most overrated player in all of baseball.
I think I agree with you.
He is very consistently a solid player and does everything well. 70 million or whatever it is for 60 million a year for this. This is the guy that
This ain't the guy.
I think that we're going to look back in 2-3 years time and laugh at this like we laugh at now. He obviously isn't Rendon, and the fact that Rendon just decided he didn't like baseball anymore and he was just going to quit on the team and continue getting paychecks. I don't think that that's going to happen, per se, and he's not going to fall off that hard. I think that he's one of the most overrated players in baseball, and this contract is just disgusting.
I think that I like this format of contract better than the 13 and 15-year contracts that were handed out. Yes, it's an obnoxious amount of money, and obviously far more than any one of us would pay for Kyle Tucker's services. However, it is one of those things where if my team were to do this, you would look at this and you'd be like, okay, we are going to have this player on our team for the next 4 years at most. He does have opt-outs after the second and third season, so he could be a free agent again if he feels like he can get more money after the labor contract is negotiated.
Spoiler alert, he won't be able to.
But like more overall dollars, less AAV. So if he's got $120 million left on his contract, it's very possible that he could sign a $175 million contract.
The thing that's nice for him is that he'll be 33 when this contract expires, so he still has a very legitimate shot to get another deal worth 4 or 5 years after this. I don't know what mind you have to be in to opt out of $65 million a year to potentially tack on a couple extra when you're in a very solid position to have another multi-year deal before your career's over.
It depends on what you can get in the market.
I don't see it. And if a salary cap is coming, there's no way that that any team will commit that level of resources.
Well, also, I don't want you guys to get any ideas. You cannot use this as a benchmark to renegotiate your contract with the show. We can't afford that.
Yeah.
So just so you know.
Well, and then just also going off of my overrated Kyle Tucker, he has played 8 seasons. He has 1 5th place MVP finish season, 1 at 15, and 1 at 20 for the MVP. It's not like this is a perennial. This isn't Jose Ramirez, who just signed. We'll get to there.
Don't bury the lead.
We'll get to there for a lot less as a perennial top 3 MVP candidate.
I feel like I've at least been 15th in MVP voting.
Kyle Tucker is a very nice player, but
He ain't
I feel like Kyle Tucker is the ultimate the nerds got a hold of things too much, trying to find the most underrated player, and they pushed him so hard that he has now become the most overrated player because they tried so hard to find that under the radar guy that they turned into like the "we told you," and now he's making $65 million a year.
I don't disagree with you.
Do you think that his league leading 112 RBI in 2023 was the thing that the nerds really latched onto when they wanted to sign him to that contract?
Must have been.
Because I'm beginning to think that RBI is really what you want to pay for. I mean, it's all about scoring runs, people. That's a joke because RBI is a stat that is entirely based on your circumstances.
Noted Dodgers hater. Any thoughts?
You know my policy on the Dodgers.
Boo.
There's no point in talking about them till October.
Well, you're going to be very disappointed because now it's time to play a game. This is the embarrassment of riches lineup. So,
Okay.
we are going to go through the Dodgers lineup.
Oh boy.
At each position, I want you to guess how many MLB teams have a payroll that is now below the cumulative total of the players that we've just talked about.
Of just that position?
Well, no, because
He's going to name a few players, and we're going to go, what
Hey,
teams?
Tyler, shush. Tyler, tell me the rules again.
So the Dodgers lineup is Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Kyle Tucker, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, Max Muncy, Teoscar Hernandez, Tommy Edman, and Andy Pages. So starting with Shohei Ohtani, how many teams have got a payroll
gotcha.
less than Shohei
gotcha.
Ohtani?
Okay.
Now, are we counting his legitimate AAV, or are we counting him as $1 million?
We are talking about his legitimate AAV. AAV as decided by SpotTrack.com,
Which is
which is a website.
what is his
No.
AAV?
Oh, whoa. Well, if I tell you his AAV, then it's not going to be very fun for you to guess. I'm not going to give this
I don't
up.
know the payrolls of every team. I'll say 3 or less than Shohei Ohtani.
3 are less than 1 year of Shohei Ohtani.
Yes.
Okay. How many do you think, Josh?
I mean, if we're going off of the
And the payroll?
70 mil AAV of the 10 years 700, break that down to 70.
Yes. That would be the amount. And we are going off of 2025 salaries because 2026 is not yet.
Current commitments
current
for this
commitments.
year for last year's final.
Last year's final.
I'm gonna say 1.
I'm going to say 4.
So 4 teams with less than $70 million.
Bingo.
Okay.
Which 4?
Pirates, A's, Rockies,
Marlins.
Marlins.
All
What
right.
about the Rays?
No, well, the Rays, I guess, could sneak in there, couldn't they?
All right.
I think Rays are middle of the road.
Now,
Tyler doesn't want to give us the answer.
Nope,
on those
not-
teams.
well, I will tell you that you're all wrong.
Bookmark that for later.
There are 0 teams that have got a payroll less than $70 million. It's $70 million. It's not a lot of money.
Did I not hear him say that 4 was
Yeah,
the
I
correct
thought that
answer?
you confirmed that 4 was the answer.
No, not at all.
Oh.
I just
Yeah,
asked.
that's why I said 1, because I didn't think that there was any, but I feel like there was one that was under 100.
I could have sworn
So-
you confirmed that.
No, you guys are all wrong.
Fair.
We all
Bet-
misunderstood.
Josh is in the lead with being wrong by 1. The next one, we add on Mookie Betts' salary. Now how many teams are below the combination salaries of Mookie Betts and Shohei Ohtani?
3.
4.
2.
It's only 1, Miami. So Mookie Betts is making $30.4 million. The running total is $100 million. Only Miami wound up being below that total.
Hey, so I was right that there was one team under 100 mil.
Yes.
You cannot distort the stats to make
No, because I was saying that. I'm like, I said 1 because I was pretty sure there was one team under 100. So
I may not fully understand this game.
That's
Dodgers have more money than anybody is the game.
4.
2 players on the Dodgers have more than Miami's payroll total.
It's just a joke.
Can I guess by the time we get to the end, it's 29. Have less than
29
the
or
Dodgers.
32.
For all our Detroit listeners, Mr.
All right.
Evans, 29 or 250.
So the next one, we're going to tack on Kyle Tucker's contract onto Mookie Betts as well as Shohei Ohtani.
Okay.
So that's 1.
160.
3.
Nels is sticking with 3. So running total. So you're going 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9?
No, just 3.
3. So there are 3. So
Three teams
3 teams
have less than those
Under
3.
one
those
combined.
3 players. Okay.
Yes.
And we're at 164.
Once ish.
Ish.
He's not going to give us the exact number.
I'm not going to give you the exact number. We just went over the Kyle.
I'm gonna go 2.
I'm going to say
You were already at 4.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go 2 this time.
2 this time. Okay.
Yeah,
7.
I've been wrong twice already.
7.
Whew. So anyhow, Ben's awful at this game. Just absolutely awful.
Yeah, it involves numbers.
I know.
Well, hold on. It involves numbers you won't tell me. Also,
Right. Yeah. You
So
just
it
have to
involves
know.
numbers and thinking. Two
Yeah,
things
yeah,
Ben
yeah.
doesn't do.
There's no such thing as an imaginary number, okay?
There is.
That's not true, and I know that.
Square root of -1, sir.
I went to high school.
So no, it is 13 teams.
13.
So the running total is $160 million. And so Milwaukee, St. Louis, Kansas City, Colorado, Washington, Minnesota, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Athletics, Pittsburgh, Tampa, and the White Sox
So
are
we
all
jumped from
below 160.
1 to 13 just with Kyle Tucker getting added.
Turns out
Yes.
60 million is a lot
60
of money.
million, 160 below that.
But
Yeah.
also turns out there's a bunch of teams just
Yeah,
stacked
in the,
right
in the
in that
100 to
spot.
160.
I think
bucket.
I finally get it now. I got it.
Ben's a smart guy.
I've nailed it. Took me 4 rounds, but I got it.
So now let's tack on Freddie Freeman
This
back and forth.
This episode brought to you by math.
Yeah, Freddie Freeman brings us to almost 200 million now.
I'm trying to remember what his contract was.
19.
What's the luxury? Do we know the luxury tax?
Like two-
number?
I didn't tack on the
Oh,
luxury tax
okay.
for the salary.
No.
Just pure
I
AAV.
know. I'm just using that as my marker for
Isn't
thinking
it-
about teams.
I think it's like 270 something.
I thought it was like
267.
225, 250, something like that.
No, it's way higher. than
Someone
Okay.
that.
267?
That's something up there, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were saying it was way higher than that. I was like, you guessed 270.
I'm going to go with 23.
23.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna say
I'm going to say there's 7 teams, including the Dodgers, because this
Oh.
it's how many? Yeah,
244. Sorry.
7 teams,
2%.
including the
Did you
Dodgers.
guess
that are over.
244? There are not that many.
That's the luxury tax.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, yeah, I'm saying there's 7 teams, including the Dodgers, with a payroll over 190.
I'm gonna
Okay.
bring it
So
back to
23 under.
I'm gonna bring it back to the beginning of the episode. Quarter 25.
25.
I said 19. I'm sticking with 19.
19. So Nels is ahead this round because only Detroit gets added in when you go there. So it's only 14 teams.
Okay.
So you're telling me our cheap ass owner, there's a whole bucket and he's above the whole bucket, but he won't spend enough to get into the next
Right.
bucket.
So-
We just have to hang out in the middle.
So now we're looking at 14 teams that are below $187 million in payroll, which is what Freddie Freeman's rolling total puts on there. Now let's tack on Will Smith.
15.
You're all over the place, Ben.
I'll stick with 19.
19.
and we were at 13.
I don't
We
think
were
we're-
at 13
we were
for the last
14.
I
one.
don't
we were
think Will
14.
Smith is making that much AAV. I'm gonna go 15.
18. I think that we're getting really close to the next
I
conglomerated
think so
bucket.
too, but I don't know where. I don't think Will Smith is the one to put it over the edge.
Okay, so your guess is 18?
15.
15.
My
15.
guess was 18.
Your guess was 18. Okay. So this would be Josh's win because it's 17. The bucket then adds in.
Well, Price is right. I
Yeah,
didn't
you
go
prices
over.
righted me.
I didn't go over.
I haven't been prices writing at all. So 3 more teams get added in below $201 million. So
Braves
we,
on that?
we are at the top 5, or I'm sorry, we're at the top. Yes, we're at the top 5 players for the Dodgers lineup, and 17 teams. San Francisco, Baltimore, and Seattle have got payrolls below
okay.
that.
Okay.
And just to add on
Seattle
to like this
surprises
thought,
me with Julio's contract.
just to add on to this thought too, this is including 0 pitchers.
We have
Yeah,
not gotten
yeah.
to pitchers yet.
5 singular position play, unless you want to count
crazy.
Shohei.
Yeah, it's one pitcher.
Well, not.
Half a pitcher, maybe.
I guess we technically are playing an 8-man defense with him on the mound at this point because
Yeah,
he wasn't playing any
right.
other defensive position.
So let's. So your question was Will Smith's salary. He's getting. He's not.
16.
He's paid at $14 million AAV.
For that sounds about right.
So let's go and tack on Max Muncy in the 6 hole.
Max Muncy. I don't know. 19.
19.
He stole my number. 21.
21.
20.
20. So Ben wins this one because it's still 17.
Yeah.
We got a gap here. Even though Max Muncy is making $12 million, there are no teams that are settling in between that $213 million total and 201. So if you spend up to 200, you spend more than 213.
That win's going on my resume.
All right. Now let's tack on Teoscar Hernandez. Batting.
This is where that jump's going to be.
Batting seventh.
25.
We were at 17 still, yes?
You were at 17 still.
23.
24.
24. Nels wins this one.
Ah.
It is another step change. Teoscar Hernandez is making $22 million AAV, which brings the total salary for the top 7 batters in the Dodgers lineup to $235 million, which is more than the Cubs, the Angels, the Red Sox, and the Diamondbacks.
That is wild.
Now let's add on Tommy Edman.
Where were we at last round?
We were at 235 million, and we were at 21 teams that were spending less than 235 million.
21.5.
21.5.
23.
I say no jump.
23. Nell says no jump, so you're sticking with 21.
Yep.
Ding, ding, ding. We have got a winner. So Josh got it exactly right. It's 23 teams. You tack on Atlanta and San Diego, and you get 23 teams that are... And Tommy Edman is making $14.8 million. So we've got 23 teams that are spending less than $250.2 million in salary as of 2025.
Just real quick, this is why we hate the Dodgers.
This is just pure Dodgers rage bait. And then let's tack on Andy Paez's salary.
Paez ain't making anything. I'm saying it sticks at exactly 23.
Yeah.
All right.
He makes less than $1 million.
I don't see a jump at all here.
All right. So what's your guess?
23.
23.
29. Dude's making bank.
29.
He's making under $1 million.
We got a tie because Ben and Josh are both right.
And he's still pre-arb.
He's pre-arb, so he's only making $780,000.
How many years is he until arbitration?
He's probably got
2027. He's arb eligible for the first time.
Stop looking at this stuff. You should not be looking at this stuff.
After I make my guess.
Okay, all right.
He didn't
Now,
type after he guessed.
We
I just
do
wanna point
have
that out.
23. We do have 23 teams right now that are below. Do we want to go into the rotation to finish it off, or do we just want to end it here?
No, let's just end it here
Yeah.
because
Okay.
And if we go into the rotation, we're all going to flip
We've
this
made
table.
the point.
yeah,
So,
the
anyhow.
point has been made. On a 26-man roster, their lineup of 9 costs more
8?
money than 20. Well, 8 plus Paez.
Yeah.
Yes.
But their starting lineup costs more than 23 out of the
teams.
other 29 entire payrolls for 9 guys out of a 26-man roster.
And overall, Josh won this game.
Whoop,
Congratulations, Josh. You
Yay.
know
the person
the
with
most-
a degree in statistics better win the
Yeah.
math games.
So, yes, but if you add in the rotation, the only team that spent more than the Dodgers last year was the Mets, and so you only need to go to Yamamoto, Snell, and Glass now before everyone's eclipsed except for those 2 teams. So
Wow.
it's a lot of money. I think the biggest surprise that I had is you never remember that the Angels really do spend a lot of money
To
and
get
just-
nothing.
They
and just
ha- they
don't
have-
do it terribly well.
They have a lot of dead money tied up.
Yes.
Anthony Rendon, call back to earlier in the episode.
I think Mike Scioscia's also getting some of that money.
And Mike Trout still makes a good amount of money,
Yeah,
despite
no
the fact
kidding.
that we don't hear about him much right now because he's been hurt a lot.
So he posted an
Um,
Instagram video the other night from Southeast Ohio.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
Angels,
he's still making $37 million a year for the next 5 years.
the Angels did add someone to their roster on the same day. It was overshadowed by Kyle Tucker, and they brought on Josh Lau. So that's a nice little piece. Like, I've always been a Josh Lau fan, and
He's a nice player.
he's just a good, honest player.
The Angels aren't competitors all of a sudden, but he's a nice, solid veteran presence. Pretty much you know what you're going to get from him. 220 to 240 average, 12 to 15 bombs. He'll hit, 2, or he'll hit 6 or 7, depending on what you need.
He's a good clean boy.
Yeah, he's got some decent defensive versatility. He's a solid major league ball player.
The only thing that surprises me about this is, why are the Angels acquiring any veterans at this point? It does feel like they should be at a spot where they are not taking on veterans, but they're rather trying to get younger. And
I mean, he's only 27.
I also don't know what their farm system looks like.
I think we can presume not great.
I'm guessing it's probably a safe guess.
So it was a 3-team trade between the Angels, the Reds, and the Rays. There were a lot of major league talent that was shifted around. Josh Lau, Gavin Lux. The minor leaguers were Brock Burke and Chris Clark. But I don't really understand why you would do that if you were the Angels. So yeah, bit of a mystery.
Angels are a confusing organization.
As are the next team on the docket.
Real quick before we move on, just taking a quick look through MLB Pipeline's top 100 prospects. The Angels have 1 on this list, and it is... I just went past him, but number 81 in the top 100 is their one and only top 100, and he is in rookie ball right now. Whoa. So if that tells you about their farm system.
I'm sorry, Angels fans. I really hope that Mike Trout is absolutely amazing this year and contends for another MVP.
I do too, but not for the sake of Angels fans, for the sake of he's still one of the greatest players I've ever gotten to watch in my life, and I would love to see him be able to be healthy and get back to that.
Here's a player who is not going to contend for an MVP, but is nonetheless a player that I love to watch play. He signed a 2-year, $12.8 million contract with the Colorado Rockies, and that is one Fast Willie Castro.
Sorry, Twins fans.
Former Tiger and Twin for the two of us.
Former Tiger and Twin.
Utility guy, a very solid role player.
I mean, it's exactly the type of guy that you want on your roster, because switch hitter, can play easily 5 positions in the field, and you are just excited to have him in the lineup because of how much flexibility he affords you. And you know what, Rockies fans? I don't know if Willie Castro is going to be popping off the stat sheet, but I will tell you that you're going to love watching him play.
He's a good player. That's a fun ballpark to hit in. I think he's going to do really well. I think it's a good signing.
He's a very solid utility guy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Moves 0 needles and will do nothing to elevate the Rockies to being more than a 60-win team, but he's a nice, solid, easy to root for guy.
The Rockies are more than one player away from being elevated.
I feel like you're underselling Willie Castro by calling him a utility guy, because he is going to be a guy who plays every day.
He's a utility guy.
But he'll just play a different position every day, which does make him a utility guy, but still an everyday player.
I call him a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, that's a good one. JT Realmuto re-signed with the Philadelphia Phillies, which seemed like it was inevitable.
Who cares?
Well,
yeah.
I bet Phillies fans and JT Realmuto are both happy to kind of run it back.
Them to be
very
happy.
Good player. Phillies are happy. He's probably happy. Continues making that offense threatening with the other guys in there.
Yeah.
Nothing really surprising. Again, re-signings to me aren't super exciting because it's just running back what you had last year.
Yeah. And I'm just being kind of a dick. Realmuto is fun to watch.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those deals that, makes sense money-wise too. It wasn't anything
he's a fan
crazy.
favorite. It makes sense to bring him back.
Yeah, for a price that makes sense too.
Yeah.
He's going to be 35, so you got to wonder the rigors of catching. That's going to start catching.
Was he every day last year?
Yeah.
He was every day.
132 games as a catcher.
Wow.
Yeah,
34 or 35, depending on
133 before that, 133 before that as catcher.
I think probably entering into that phase of the Sean Murphy era.
Some guys are just built for it, though. He looks like he's kind of built to be a catcher, so maybe he can grind out
And-
another 5 years or so.
And still has his legs. Like he's still a good base runner.
He is,
He's
yeah.
not.
Very good base runner.
And
A decent hitter too.
And I will say the interesting part about that one is that they're going to need him to stick at catcher because Schwarber is going to be at DH for the rest of his contract, as in Real Muto's contract. And Harper is their first baseman now, and he does not displace any of those two.
You could move Harper if you needed to put Real Mewtwo at first. Muto.
I'm actually
I don't know why
kind of
it's laughing
surprised that
tonight.
they haven't fancied like putting Harper back into the
In left.
outfield
Yeah,
now that his
left
arm
field
is
makes a lot of sense.
fully healed up.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way that they move Real Muto out
Yeah,
of catcher
sure.
if he needs to in the next 3 years. But
Now we hit 5 days where it seems like the Mets went into full panic mode.
Yeah, I real quick before you dive into that, I said on the last episode I didn't know what the Mets were doing. I now know what the Mets were doing. I'm very clear on what the Mets were doing. Take it away.
On January 16th, they signed Bo Bichette to not play shortstop. He's probably going to play second base, I would presume, and be the new double play partner for Francisco Lindor. He got a 3-year, $126 million deal. He has opt-outs every single year. However, the Mets can void the opt-out by paying him $5 million each year. So really that 3-year 26, you could probably call it a 3-year 36. So, or a 3-year 136, I'm sorry. And so Bo Bichette slapping it all around Queens. And I think that that's going to be a really exciting
I don't love
move
the
for
way,
them.
I don't love the way you said that.
What? Slapping it all around Queens?
No, I love that.
Okay. All right.
Well, for many reasons, but I wanted Bo Bichette for the Braves. I thought it made a lot of sense. You'd have to move Ozzy Albies, which that's an upgrade for me, both in defense and in bat. Him going to the Mets is a real bummer. I don't love it.
Would you rather him be slapping it around Flushing? Is that better?
Flushing, Queens. Yeah.
Flushing.
Which is a neighborhood in Queens.
Right.
Yes, that's where they play.
But you'd rather just he's slapping it around Flushing.
I don't
Instead of
like the
slapping
phrase
it around.
slapping it around.
Oh. Now I gotcha.
Bo Bichette, he gets a lot of hits.
It's going to be pounding it around Flushing.
Oh boy.
Pounding
right.
it around Queens.
Fran Drescher is stoked. I'll tell you that much.
He's going to be he's going to be exposing himself to Queens.
Yeah.
Offensively.
anyway, the next notable move.
The next,
What does Fran Drescher think about it?
Well, so the Mets decided that it's not going to be enough to just have Bo Bichette. So they decided to supplement and go out and get themselves a Luis Robert or Luis Robert, still unclear about the pronunciation, from the Chicago White Sox, who seems like he desperately needed a change of scenery.
Yes.
And this could be actually like the biggest move of the offseason. If something clicks for him and just being on the competitive team is what it takes to unlock the next levels of what is absolutely a phenomenal 5-tool raw talent player, it could be amazing.
Low risk, high upside.
Yeah, I think it's a good signing.
Now, they did pay quite a bit to get him.
And for only 1 year.
Yes, and they sent away, I believe,
Luis Angel Acuna.
Yes, so you said
Ronnie's brother.
Ronnie's brother went back in the trade, as well as I think 2 other players, if I remember correctly. But it wasn't light trade, and the Mets also decided to go out and deal some depth from their farm system, and go out and get Freddie Peralta from the Milwaukee Brewers, and so that is a frontline starter.
This is the one I think.
Capital F frontline, capital S starter.
I think this one is the big one.
I
think this is the biggest, at least pitching signing so far, in my opinion.
I mean, it's a pretty big one. I don't know. Whenever I see the Brewers, and I think you can put the Rays in this bucket, where you see them seemingly trade away an ace and just be like, yeah, that's fine. We will send him. There's a little bit of my spidey sense that goes up and says, why are you doing that? And more than often not, it seems like it works out. But at the same time, you wind up trading away Blake Snell. You wind up trading away Tyler Glass now. I mean,
it feels a little bit like when the Patriots would cut a guy or trade a guy and then he fell completely off. Like,
right.
They just had that sense.
A little bit. But in this case, it really does seem like Freddie Peralta's got too much of a track record. This is going to be a huge get for the Mets. And it immediately puts them like neck and neck in my mind with the Phillies.
I think it puts them in first place in that division when it comes to starting pitching. I really do.
Yes, I can see that 100%.
Which makes me itchy, and I don't love it. But I mean, being realistic, signing Peralta, that is a huge win for the Mets. You guys are going to hear me complain about him a lot this season, I think.
Oh, no! Oh, Freddie Peralta diced up the Braves again.
I don't know if he's
We're
going to do
have
that,
to listen to Ben complain. How awful. We don't already do that every
Or
day.
you'd have to trade out Josh complaining for me complaining.
Don't worry, I'll still complain.
And my team made a high wattage move as well.
They did.
Oh, yes.
They did.
2 years, $14 million for Victor Carantini to platoon at catcher, which is... I don't know. It's nothing. It's fine.
You know,
it's
my
whatever.
whole opinion on
I was trying to hype you up, man.
my whole
thank you.
opinion on the Twins' competitive window has changed based on this signing.
based on this one person.
All of a sudden, I feel like they're truly a threat to the Tigers for the division.
Yeah. Twins brought in a reasonably solid backup for their starting catcher, and that's that.
It's one of those moves that's like a Willie Castro to the Rockies type move. It's a solid move, but it moves no needle. It's just it's a move.
No, but
you made a move. It's not a bad move.
I would argue that Willie Castro to the Rockies makes more of a move.
Willie Castro is going to be someone who's going to be very exciting to watch play, and Victor Carantini is going to be a
Sure. My point mostly being is neither of those teams are moving out of the cellar from the move that they made.
How many homers did Willie Castro hit last year?
11.
11? Mark it down. He hits 20 this year.
That's possible because I think that the year prior he hit probably 18.
I'm gonna see him hit 20 this year.
Oh,
good for you, Willie. I know you listen every week.
He in 2024 he was the Twins team
His
MVP.
career high is 12.
Okay.
His career high after 2026 will be 20.
He has 56 total home runs.
He'll
Which
have
now that he's in Colorado, he's aiming to double his career total.
He'll have 76 by April.
And the next big trade that we had was the Nationals sending Mackenzie Gore off to the Texas Rangers. And
The Nationals are rebuilding their rebuild.
And that hurts because what that says to me is that there are probably going to be more young-ish Nationals that are going to get dealt. And so the thing that is always a bummer about a scenario like this, you look at it and you say, well, if they were willing to get rid of Mackenzie Gore, no young player is going to be untouchable, and I should not get attached to any of these players.
See, I have a slightly different take.
All right.
They got a haul for him. That was a very nice return on this trade. Again, bringing this back to a former Tiger, but Mackenzie Gore, while showing some flashes of being like really good, he profiles out honestly like Matthew Boyd did with the Tigers in the bad years.
Oh,
when
you're
he was
bringing
our
it back
ace.
to the Tigers. Oh,
Yeah, but a lefty, a high strikeout lefty who usually starts the year off pretty well and then tails towards the back end. I mean, his obviously his strikeouts are high. The walks are also high. His career best in ERA is 3.90. I mean, he's a very solid pitcher, but he hasn't put together like a dominating season yet.
Yeah,
He has the potential, but to me, he's really grading out as the guy that I got to watch a lot. He reminds me a ton of Matthew Boyd. And would you not trade Matthew Boyd at 26 years old for the haul that the Nationals got here?
I am the wrong person to ask about this because I would always trade prospects for anyone who has proven anything at the top levels of baseball. I don't believe in prospects at all. I say let someone else develop them. I would rather take a sure thing contributor regardless. So,
well, that's my thing. I don't know how sure thing he is.
I mean, you know that he's going to be able to be a starting pitcher and be successful within Major League Baseball.
Sure.
And he's 26 years old, so it's not like you're getting significantly older, even though you gave up a lot of prospect capital in order to get there. And the thing that is a bummer to me is, like, right now, they just sent away CJ Abrams, and you might like the haul that he got back. But
I liked CJ Abrams a lot better than Mackenzie Gore, though.
But I'm saying if you like CJ Abrams, this makes you less likely to want to go out and buy a CJ Abrams jersey because now you're less sure of CJ Abrams' long-term career with the Nationals. And that's the bummer part about it.
I prefer.
Sure. It sucks for the fans not having continuity on any of their young players that you develop. Absolutely. And I'm not discounting that. But from a franchise front office standpoint, I like the move. As a fan, yeah, you hate it when you see, you've been bad for a while, you're still bad, but you have some good young promising players and then they flip them. It's part of being a Tampa Bay fan as my secondary team. Somebody gets good, well, you can go ahead and ship them out. No point ever getting a jersey of anybody because they'll be gone in 2-3 years.
And the problem
it does suck as a fan.
Yes.
I'm not going to discount that, and I'm not going to argue you on that. But I think from a baseball sense, the move works.
And
very
I think that's the problem that I've got with it, is because I feel like if you're a Tampa Bay Rays fan, one of the things that you cheer for the most is like front office savvy. And I don't want to cheer for front office savvy. I want to cheer for players.
We don't want to root for front office.
No.
It sucks as a fan.
Yes.
It does. It sucks as a fan.
Well, he can star in his brother JJ's new movie.
Oh, yeah. J.J. Abrams. Yeah.
I was going to say, no one got that joke for a second.
Oh, I thought you were saying J.J. Gore there. And I'm like, who's
J.J. Gore? He's in the new Mortal Kombat.
C.J. Abrams is going to come out with lots of lens flares and video board.
The Giants did make a trade offer for CJ Abrams that was rebuked by the Nationals.
What was the offer?
I don't know.
Oh.
It's not public.
So I think he could fit well into that lineup.
Well, sure, and they'd probably move him to second because Willie Namath
they'd
is
have to move him to
I think
second.
C.J. Abrams could fit well in any lineup.
Well, naturally, I think he could fit into second with the Giants.
Personally, I place a lot more value on C.J. Abrams than I do on Mackenzie Gore, just personally.
I think
if the Washington,
it's maybe the coldest take you've ever had.
If Washington feels the same, and with the haul they got for Gore, they're not moving C.J. Abrams for anything less than a king's ransom.
Well, they got that
sure
in prospects.
I think that's the thing.
But that's how teams deal.
No, I get it.
I know. I think okay. I'm talking about C.J. Abrams. Maybe you go one step down and you talk about James Wood, and you say like, okay, like here's someone who now they're entertaining offers on. They're resetting the farm system. They're hoping that I don't know.
It's funny that you were talking about Mackenzie Gore and CJ Abrams and now James Wood. All three of those happen to be the key headliners of prospects that were the return for Juan Soto.
Yes, but I'd rather have Juan Soto.
Oh, yeah, me too. But they were never going to be able to compete financially for him. So why not get Mackenzie Gore, CJ Abrams, James Wood, Robert Hassel?
Because if you would have just doubled down, you could have continued to win World Series.
I don't think that they would have. They're not a Juan Soto away from being a contender.
No, I'm talking about the Nationals. If they just would have continued
that's what I'm
investing in the team. Anyhow, then we had some minor reliever signings. We have...
Whoa.
Well... I get my closer from 4 years back. Taylor Rogers comes back to the Twins. So get ready to hear the sweet, sweet sounds of Fleetwood Mac come across the speaker system as the chain plays.
And Knuckles scraping across the dirt.
No, that's his brother.
His brother.
That's his brother. You're thinking of Tyler Rogers.
I can never remember which ones Knuckles hit the dirt as
How
he
on
throws.
earth would you get Tyler and Taylor Rogers confused? They're obviously different people.
One's a lefty, one's a righty. One throws overhand, one throws submarine. Come on.
The thing that I'm looking at right now just says relief pitcher.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Lefty the submarine?
No,
Yeah,
righty.
No, righty's
righty.
the submarine.
He's
righty.
with Toronto now.
Righty's Taylor.
And
Yeah. No.
No,
lefty
righty
is
is Tyler.
See,
How could you get Tyler and Taylor confused? It's impossible.
Well, see, me and Tyler are on top of this because Taylor Rogers was a longtime Giant. He just,
And you had both of them, right?
we had both of them for a year. Yeah.
Yeah. That had to be confusing for a lot of Giants fans.
No, because we're smart.
No, I mean, you're smart. I'm thinking about just like
We know the difference between lefty overhand and submarine righty.
Anyway, Rogers is 100 years old, but still effective. A nice, like, 7th inning guy for the Twins.
Which Rogers?
Doesn't matter. Both of them.
both of them.
They are both somehow the same age. It's amazing.
They're both
Ah,
100.
weird. How did that work out?
I don't
That's
know.
crazy.
Same
Curious.
birthday, too.
So curious.
When's their birthday?
I don't know. They're like 37. I think, or
December
something
17th, 1990.
Good for
So they're 35.
like that. 37. Okay, 34.
And 40 days.
And yeah. So and then Sir Anthony Dominguez signed with the White Sox, which made me feel sad.
That's the
because
guy you wanted.
That's,
so bad.
that's a swing and a miss right there.
It's one of the ones where did I want Sir Anthony Dominguez 3 months ago? No. Was Sir Anthony Dominguez the best remaining available reliever that was on the board that I was looking at that I was desperately hoping that the Twins would get? Yes, he was. But
And the Twins said, you will have one of the Rogers and you will like it.
We've got $2 million to spend on Taylor Rogers. We do not have the $10 million a year that Sir Anthony Dominguez will get for 2 years.
Well, maybe
playing
he'll
for the White
throw
Sox.
a bunch of just belt high meatballs to Byron Buxton like he did to Ohtani in the playoffs.
There you go.
Maybe. I don't know.
Look at Nels trying to give you the silver lining for your Twins.
I don't know. Like that, as I'm talking about, like kind of the nice gifts that everyone got underneath their Christmas tree for presents, and I'm seeing Victor Carantini and Taylor Rogers underneath my tree. It just sort of feels sad.
No one wrapped up Sir Anthony Dominguez.
No, we've got a Sir Anthony Dominguez at home.
I mean, as a Tigers fan, we got Kenley Jansen, which is nice, but every other big move was one of these boring re-signings. And it's like, how am I supposed to get excited about the offseason moves in which you're just saying, let's run it back?
Yeah, running it
Re-sign Finnegan, re-sign Flaherty, re-sign Torres. And it's like,
Run it back.
cool, we're running back the same team that got bounced.
and also kind of collapsed on the backside of the season.
It's like, oh, yeah, sure. Technically speaking, we've spent like $80 million this offseason, but it was just mostly to bring back guys that we already had.
Speaking of
Bring it
getting
back.
Resign.
overtaken late in the season, the Cleveland Guardians decided that they're going to run it back for eternity with their star player, Jose Ramirez.
Thanks, I hate it.
I got to tell you, man, God bless J Ram. I don't know that anybody else would continue to take these hometown discounts.
This just goes to show you that the amount of money these players make is generational, regardless if you make 200 million or 600 million. And sometimes these guys, I respect the hell out of saying, I love it here. This is the team that gave me a chance. I have a family here. We love it here.
What am I
don't
gonna
want
do
to
with
play
another
anywhere else.
500 million?
Yeah, literally no more money in my life is going to change my life,
Yep.
my children's lives, their children's lives. Let me just continue to play out my career in a place that I love, that loves me.
I agree.
I respect the hell out of it.
I do too.
I am very pissed at him for doing this,
So
but I respect the hell out of it.
J Ram, we know you
Great
listen to every
player.
episode. We respect you.
No,
So-
I hate the hell out of it because I'm sick of you destroying my team every year.
So the deal is a 7-year, $175 million extension. $25 million a year is a heck of a deal for Jose Ramirez.
That's
But
just-
it gets worse
it's just a discount.
because $10 million a year is deferred. So they're in fact paying $15 million a year for in real money for him for the next 7 years. And
But
then,
Kyle Tucker's making 60.
yes. And he will be getting paid by Cleveland until 2051.
He's the new Bobby Bonilla.
I think there's going, with all this deferred money, there are going to be so many Bobby Bonillas.
Let's be real. Shohei's the new Bobby
There's
Bonilla.
going to be a Shohei Ohtani. There's going to be a
nobody's
Jose
the next
Ramirez.
Bobby Bonilla because nobody's owner was forced into that because they got wrecked by a Ponzi scheme.
You don't know that.
I guess I
You
technically
don't know
don't.
that.
Well, we only
truth
know
will come
about
out.
we only know about the Ponzi schemes that have been discovered so far.
But remember what I was saying about overrated Kyle Tucker and his 5th place MVP finish?
Underrated J-Ram.
Jose Ramirez, MVP 3, 3, 2, 6, 4, 10, 5, 3.
Yep.
What were the splits on that 10?
That year
Were he playing 5 games?
156, 282, 24, 80 homers, 28 stolen bases.
That's when Ohtani was still in the American League. So
No, that was
fair.
2023. Was that Ohtani's last year in
Think so.
the American League 2023?
something like that.
Either way,
That's wild.
and only 36 doubles, which is
Finished
low
behind
for him.
Kyle Tucker that year.
Yeah, sure.
Which is what Kyle Tucker's agent took when
But,
he
that's
negotiated
exactly
a
what he
$60
did.
million a year. Look, 1 year he was better than Jose Ramirez.
But let me just say, and I'm sure that you'll agree, Tyler, as the other person in the room who has watched this man for 13 years destroy our franchises, this is a Hall of Fame player that got a massive hometown discount. And so good for those cheap butts over in Cleveland that somehow managed to secure a Hall of Famer for life for less than Kyle Tucker will make in 2 seasons for the rest of his career.
Can I just really quickly? I turned 39 years old on Friday. I have never heard cheap butts in my life. I want to point that out.
I was trying to keep it family friendly.
I've heard a lot of family friendly variations of things. I've never heard cheap butts.
Have you ever heard wealthy butts?
Oh yeah,
Or Richie
For
butts.
Sure.
Richie Rich butts.
Richie Rich butts.
Yes.
Yeah, know them for sure.
All
I think I went to
right.
high school.
Are we
with them.
down to one last?
We are down
now?
to one less.
Wrap it up.
Nels, how many crop tops do you have in your closet?
7.
Well, you're going to get to rotate them through, one for every day of the week, because you've got a brand new delightful outfielder by the name of Harrison Bader. 2 years, $20.5 million.
Yeah,
That wasn't
boy.
what I was gonna.
The
What I
American
thought we were
Gladiator
wrapping up
himself.
Probably a little cheaper than he was projected. I think he was,
Is
I
much cheaper.
thought it was going to be like 26 million is what I saw.
It's one of those things
Projected
where
for.
$10 million a year for Harrison Bader is great, because if he's doing anything and you're not, it's a very easy contract to just flip
It
and
is.
get something with.
He will help out their defense immensely. He's probably going to plug in right in the center field, move Jung Hoo Lee to right field, where there's now a void where Yastrzemski used to be. So remember I mentioned earlier how the Diamondbacks shoring up that defense. That's probably the best way to beat the Dodgers. Giants are kind of making that same move. They're not going to outslug them. They're not going to outpitch them, but you get some solid gloves out there. They have it on the infield with, they have Bailey, Webb, won Gold Gloves this year. Chapman's perennial over there. Adames is solid at short. So they're kind of following that blueprint.
Well, and Bader's a solid defensive player. Anything he gives you offensively is gravy, and he is, he's a fan favorite anywhere he goes.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll
Immediately.
integrate himself just fine.
I had him for like 4 months and I was ready to propose marriage.
we already know
it was,
that,
it was
we were
pretty
there,
ridiculous.
We were there when you bought the ring.
Yeah. They traded him before I was able to like pop the question, which
It's
is a huge bummer.
And thank you to
what ring?
thank you to the jeweler that we went to for
Although
having a nice return policy.
It is kind of weird. He hasn't had 2 consecutive years with the same team since the Cardinals in 20 and 21.
Mhm.
So he's kind of bounced around a lot.
Yeah, mercenary.
Yep.
So maybe
I
a
like-
little stability will help
I
him out
like
too.
that, mercenary. That's a good way to describe him. I like that.
And what was the deal that you thought that I had missed? out on?
Bellinger.
Oh, Bellinger. We didn't talk about Bellinger. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
No,
went-
that's
he went-
the last
I
one.
think I skipped that when I was going through the Mets thing, and I went right on into Taylor
That-
Rogers.
He went back
Yeah.
to the Yankees.
That was another one of those panic. We lost out on all of our targets. Let's throw a lot of money on keeping him around because we missed every other target, says the Yankees.
And
He's still a very good player. I like Cody Bellinger a lot, and he has good defensive flexibility. still a very solid bat. He has refound himself after he, went from MVP to forgetting how to play baseball, and he has refound it. Very, very solid player. But again, it's a running it back with the Yankees. I think that it took this long because they were gunning for a lot of other guys and they missed out on them all. And they went, here's some money. Please give us somebody. Let's run it back, Belly.
No, I got nothing.
I don't trust white guys named Cody.
Okay.
What's wrong with Cody Rhodes?
That's the only one.
The American Nightmare.
Yeah.
Not the American Dream. Different guy.
I think that if I am a Yankees fan, I am sad, and so that makes me happy. If I'm a Yankees fan, I really would have wished that they would have done something more, something bigger, something greater. Maybe they still have it loaded up in the system. They are very precious with their prospects. I feel like they overvalue
really
them.
Don't like to move their prospects.
And I feel like they should be flipping them, and they should be trying to improve defense.
You see, I think that this is a little bit of the arrogance of being the Yankees and thinking that it's still the 90s, in that they don't want to get rid of their prospects because they figure they can just buy whatever they need to fill all the rest of the holes. And then they never have to give up anything because it's just money.
Well,
but they're not scoring the Dodgers have taken their role as the we'll buy everybody role. And I think that they just think, well, let's not trade any of these young guys because we don't want to get rid of anybody who might be a star, but we don't have to because we can just sign people in free agency.
That is what you should do as a wealthy team, is your prospects should be another form of money. You can fill in those holes with money. And so when you do fill in a hole and you do sign that player to a contract, and all of a sudden now you've got an outfielder that's locked up for 5 years, you then go and you say, we've got outfielders that are in the system. We are going to trade them, and we are going to get a shortstop that's under control back. Something like that. And the fact that they're not doing it, I know that the folks in the Bronx are not happy. And sure, yeah, great. I hope the Minnesota Twins beat you 20 more times in the playoffs and we try to even the, half-century series. So wrapping that up, the free agents that are still out on the market of note, Framber Valdez is still looking for a home.
Turns out crossing up your own catcher, not a great strategy for people to say, hey, this is a good teammate.
Boy, a lot of catchers saying, no, don't sign that guy.
I still think Framber should go to the Orioles. I think that that's his new home, and I think that that's what makes the most sense. We've also got Zach Gallen, Chris Bassett, and Lucas Giolito. Zach Greinke also available if you want to sign him. And
Verlander and Scherzer.
I'll tell you what, every Detroit Tigers fan wants the Tigers to sign Verlander to a 1-year deal to finish off his career in Detroit.
That would be a mistake.
No, it wouldn't. That'd
be a mistake.
For 1 year, there are no mistakes.
He's not worth the 1-year deal now.
There's no such thing as not worth a 1-year deal.
He's a still contributor.
It's not like
not
like Detroit is flush with starting pitching where they wouldn't have a home for him.
It adds some. We have a lot of depth starting pitching, but we've gone through a lot of injuries in the rotation.
And you think bringing in a 40-plus pitcher is the way to avoid injuries?
Yeah, beats the hell out of Charlie Morton.
I told you that a long time ago.
Yeah, no, bring Verlander back, even pretty much ceremonially. Like,
I get that.
What if they got the whole band back together?
Get
Scherzer and Verlander.
Hey, we couldn't do it when they're in their primes. Let's get them in their 40s.
Why not?
Let's go get David Price and Rick Porcello and Doug Fister.
I'll call
get the
Doug
band
Fister,
back together.
Doug Fister.
Get your boy Dougie Fists back.
Well, this has been an incredible 2 weeks when it comes to free agency and signings.
No kidding.
This is going to be the most free agents that we go over because there just aren't enough left over that are of note.
So to anybody
spring training's not that far away. Pitchers and catchers reporting
2 weeks from
3
weeks from pitchers and catchers reporting. But to anyone who thought last episode was a little light on it, it's a little heavy on this one. Any last
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
February 10th, 11th is when pitchers and catchers start reporting.
That's
so
crazy.
next time we sit down to talk will basically be end of the off season.
Yeah, and then we're moving right into World Baseball Classic.
WBC, which is going to be fun.
So let's take a quick break unless we have any other last minute thoughts, and we'll dive into some fun segments and wrap it up. Talk to you in a minute. And we are back. All right, let's
Do our favorite segment
Hold
for our
on.
favorite listener.
hold on.
Oh.
I want to make sure things are recording. No, it is. Okay, good.
Okay, thank you.
At this point, it's
Technical
25.
producer Ben.
25 episodes. You think I'd know how to do this by now?
No.
My apologies. No, we don't need to. Just everyone lean back from your mics because it is a little hot when we announce this, but Avery Demands Answers. All right, we got another two-parter this week, and I'm not going to lie, I don't know the answer to either one. So hopefully you guys do. The first one is, why is it called a dugout?
Oh, well, that's pretty easy.
Okay, well then I'm stupid.
It's because it's dug out.
It's dug out. It's traditionally dug out of the ground where it is.
It's not currently though.
Yeah, it is.
It
It's
is
lower.
below. It is below,
It's below
the
the
field.
playing field.
Well,
It is
okay,
dug out
in
from
Major
the
League
playing
Baseball
field.
it is, yes. Okay,
Yes,
I'm thinking
yes.
of softball dugouts.
No,
No,
they're
no,
cheap.
not
They're not
at
going to
a-
do that. They're just going to put a gate
not,
around
not
it.
at your local park.
Sorry, did I not tell you guys this is now a softball podcast?
No,
Sorry.
no. But
Sorry.
one of the things about that, Avery, is like when you dig down just even a little bit, things get cooler. So it's a good way to escape the heat. So anytime you go down underneath, you get into coolness during the hot summer.
Get hot, dig a hole.
That's what I do. I'm like a chinchilla.
If you guys would like some Get Hot Dig a Hole merch, please go to our website and interact with us. Swing and a Miss.
I feel like there are two kinds of people that are going to buy that shirt.
And we are half of them. That's a good call, Tyler. I actually didn't put any thought into that, and had I probably could have come up with that answer. So sorry. Okay, next question. Why do batters have to hit from the batter's box?
Why do they have to hit from the batter's box?
Yes.
Yeah, why can they not be outside of the box while they swing?
Well, they put down chalk lines, and those are the rules.
And
You
they
have to-
say you are a prisoner to the box until you swing and put the ball in play.
I mean,
I assume it's mostly for safety.
it is for safety, but it's also there's a practicality of you've got to be in a place where your bat path can go across the plate where strikes are, and then they don't want you getting over the batter's box and standing on top of the plate, because then you would just get hit by the pitches, and that would not be fair for the pitcher to be able to do.
Well, I mean, regardless, if you get hit by a strike, you do not get first base.
All right. Well, then, yes.
Is that true?
Yes,
You get hit by a strike?
Like if
That's
you are
the
standing in
rule.
the batter's box, but your stance
You're
throws
talking-
your
you're talking-
elbow
You're
out.
talking about leaning into it.
No, not even leaning in, but if you're standing on the inside edge of the batter's box, you are in the batter's box, but your stance has your elbow over the plate and the ball hits your elbow without leaning, nothing like that, but your elbow is in the strike zone and it hits your elbow, you do not get first base.
That's umpire's judgment.
It is umpire's judgment.
I was going to say, how can you
But-
determine it's a strike if it hits your elbow before it
They
crosses? the
rarely do. I've seen it happen. I've seen
Yeah,
the
if
umpire
you're
say no, you stay,
yep.
but it's
plate?
rare.
I've seen it with the leaning. I don't know that I've seen the just.
I've
generic
seen it where the
strike.
batting stance, they're technically in the box, but their stance leaves a part of their body out over the plate,
Yeah.
Huh?
and it hits the part of the body over the plate, and they're like, no, you're staying here.
How about that?
A lot of the times it's the old when they like turn to get out of the way, but they're really like leaning into it.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
looks like they're trying to get out of the way, but
elbow
they're not.
flares out a
Yeah.
bit.
I
Like
do that-
it's
I do
usually
that.
tucked in the body, and then
I do that all the time in slow pitch softball.
Yeah.
Where hit by pitches do not count.
Oh,
You just like to feel the buzz
I just like
against your funny bone.
It's just more of a reason to charge the mound.
But I think honestly, the answer is like one, like someone's got to be in that box because you don't want to be too close backwards because you don't want to be too close to the catcher. That's against the rules because the catcher also has a box that they've got to be in. So you want to keep the batter away from the catcher. So when the batter swings, they don't hit the catcher. Keep the batter safe, keep the catcher safe. And then also the batter wants to be able to swing that bat and be able to strike the ball as it's a strike.
Yeah, and I can say as a former catcher, my catching career ended because in youth baseball, they didn't really have the money for the chalk lines of the batter's box. And I had a guy who was at 10 years old, the size that Ben is right now, a full adult man at 10 years old.
At 10 years old.
No, I didn't know what we were saying.
A 10-year-old that looked like a full adult man that the pitch came and he shuffled like 3 steps back, which would have been out of the batter's box, and swung right through my mitt.
Oh my goodness.
That ended my catching career. But if you do that and they called catcher interference on me.
How dare you?
But if there would have been the batter's box there, they would have called the batter out for being outside of the batter's box.
So this is a
safety for the catcher, safety for the batter, just a nice even playing field of safety and being in a general area in which it makes sense to hit the ball.
Well, we can use this as a PSA for the Troy Metro Parks Department.
Troy Baseball Boosters, TBB.
Please grind up some chalk. Like you can get a 10-pack of chalk sticks on Amazon for like $4.
Yeah, I'm sure they have more money now than they did then.
I would hope so. Hopefully
Well, because
charging
you're such
kids.
a strong supporter. Because you're such a booster that you've invested in the facilities.
They used to pay me like $8 a game to umpire and break up fights between grown men because they wanted to argue about an 8-year-old strike zone.
You were umpiring and catching the same game?
Not the same game.
Oh.
I was umpiring.
I call interference on myself.
No, I was catching, and then a few years later, I started umpiring the younger leagues also.
Gotcha. All right. So hopefully that helped understand those questions, Avery. Thank you for submitting them. Again, every week or every other week, every episode when we do this, we will have at least one question from my 4-year-old niece, Avery.
And keep them coming. These are good questions.
They're great,
I'm
Very
impressed.
good questions.
Help
and
them
remember, Avery, if you get hot, dig a hole.
Merch coming soon. All right, let's move into Ballpark Brews. This episode is brought to you by Josh, and he will now tell us about said Ballpark Brew.
I don't know a whole lot about it, but it is inspired by our previous segment. I was at the local beer store, and there was this brewery called Avery Brewing Co. So I figure, what better as a topical beer for our session than after Avery Demands Answers, let's do an Avery Brewing Co. So this is a Belgian-style white ale called White Rascal, which is, for those of you at home who don't drink a lot of craft beer, pretty much what like a Blue Moon or an Oberon would be. For those in the Detroit market who know
I don't
Oberon
know that
really
those
well.
are going to ring true with people that don't drink craft beer.
I think
no,
Blue Moon.
Blue Moon
probably.
will.
Oh, Blue Moon.
Blue Moon
That's
will,
fair enough.
100%.
This is from
If you drink beer and you don't know what a Blue Moon is, then I don't know what to tell you.
This is from Boulder, Colorado.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Very nice.
Home of Blue Moon.
So we'll consider this a Rockies beer.
Let's do it.
Some nice pops there.
So on the label we've got, it says refreshing, orange peel, coriander. So those are the statements of fact.
Fact.
It's 3 things that you know that it has. And I would actually put in a little bit more. I would say a little bit of cream soda. So that's what I am tasting. And I do love a good Belgian white now. We are in Minnesota and it has been brutally cold. I don't really like a Belgian white ale when we are talking about the midst of winter, but this is very good. And I will give this a triple.
I want to go to bed next because reading his face.
This tastes like if you mixed bubble gum with mint and coriander and rubbing alcohol.
For everybody listening, the rest of the table does not believe that
fine.
there is any mint involved in this.
Ben was just chewing gum, so I think that might be the problem.
I
right
wasn't.
there.
I promise.
I think mint is the furthest thing from what I would say, but
This is really this is upsetting. I don't like this at all. I'm gonna give this like you went to bunt and you missed. I'm sorry, Avery Brewing Company, but blech.
so
Ben gives it one blech.
clearly Ben has a favorite Avery, and it is not this brewing company.
Ain't
It is
this one.
100% the one who demands answers.
Yeah, it ain't this one.
I think Tyler hit it on the head with the kind of the cream soda comp. I picked up on that as well. Unlike Ben, I like this beer. So, and just like me, it's a white rascal. So
You're white?
only on the outside. We're all the same inside, Josh.
It's just all red in guts.
It is, yes. And now it's some alcoholic guts because this is good. I'll give it a double, a very sharp double off the wall.
I like it. I do typically like a Belgian white. Obviously, as the ones that I said before, I would put this ahead of a Blue Moon, but behind an Oberon. I think this is a nice, solid line single the other way. A good piece of hitting, nothing special, but a really nice piece of hitting that gets you on base.
I'm curious how it would taste with the orange slice,
Yeah.
like Blue Moon gets, because that makes a difference.
To me,
Yeah,
that,
this is coming straight out of a can instead of in any fancy way.
I do not like the orange slice in my Blue Moon.
Okay.
I feel like it gives it a little too much, and it's not my cup of tea. But you do you. I support you in all of your endeavors.
I'm just trying to get rid of that scurvy while I drink beer.
The first person to have scurvy in the last 150 years. Okay, that was Ballpark Brews for this week. Yikes. I apologize again to Avery Brewing Company, but
I don't. The rest of us enjoyed it. Ben's a hater.
I would love to try something else you make that doesn't taste like that.
Yes, if you want to
Sponsor the podcast.
yes, if you want to rebut Ben's opinion on this particular beer,
Rebut?
yeah, a rebuttal,
Rebute
whatever.
or rebuff. You put them together.
I don't really care. If you want to send us another beer for Ben to try to change his opinion upon this one,
I'll shoot
please
you.
do.
I'll shoot you an email, Avery Brewing Company.
And he will.
I know I will.
He'll do it.
I'll do it. I'll just like Dave Bautista. I'm sending you a message right now. All right, let's knock out trivia.
Let's do it.
This is all free agency focused.
Okay.
So who would like to start?
Me.
Yo, Mo.
Okay. Lori, you're gonna start. This one's for you. All right, Nelson. Who is considered the first bust in the free agency era?
Lord. Do I get a time frame on when that started? When did that start?
In the 70s.
Yeah, I was gonna say 70s.
Kurt Flood, yeah. I have
You're
the
both
book
wrong.
about it.
You're both wrong.
No. Kurt Flood is who brought free agency.
That's not true, by the way. And you'll find out here in a minute.
Reggie Jackson.
Just kidding. No, but that's a great guess.
Dave Winfield.
Well, we're skipping Josh. No, you're wrong.
Okay.
Julio Franco.
I thought we were going clockwise.
We can go clockwise. That's
Yeah.
fine. Julio Franco?
Yeah.
No. 1970?
Dude, he was
playing
like
then, wasn't he?
100 in 1990, right?
Julio Franco is a vampire, but I don't think he was
I'm
playing
pretty sure
then.
Julio Franco played in every era of baseball.
I think he hit off Whitey Ford. No, it was Wayne Garland in 1976 who signed with the then Cleveland Indians for 10 years. He struggled after a 20-win season with his own mother saying he wasn't worth it.
Oh God.
So that was
Even Mama Garland is
ironic statement for Josh to make your mom jokes about on question one.
Yeah, that's brutal, man.
Lori-
I've never felt worse for a professional athlete.
Lori would also say I was not worth the 10-year contract that he got.
Yeah, but she speaks truths.
Well, apparently so did his mom. All right, Tyler.
Yes.
Who was the Major League Baseball Players Association director who successfully engineered the birth of free agency?
Curt Flood.
No.
Ow.
No, he was not the. I should know this. It has been a long time since I read the book. I'm going to pass because I don't know off the top of my head. But
Okay.
I have the book about Curt Flood and the fight for free agency.
Okay.
If anybody's interested in reading that at some point.
I would like you to read that on the podcast. Just do an audiobook version.
Sure.
Bart Giamatti.
No.
Bart Starr.
Not Paul Giamatti either, or Giamatti, the actor.
He's a real baseball figure. He was commissioner.
Bud Selig.
No. Marvin Miller.
No, of course.
Ah, yes. The most
Mason's dad.
And for
very generic.
and for some context, just for the next few questions, at this time, the MLB had a reserve clause which tied players to their teams in perpetuity, at least until they were either traded or wanted to let them go. So that sets
which is
up,
what Curt Flood's fight.
Will you stop saying his name?
No,
it's trivia
important.
time.
Okay.
It's trivia
Josh,
time.
it's your question.
Don't say
Curt
Curt
Flood.
Flood's
Who
name.
challenged the reserve clause
Curt
in 1970, taking his case to the Supreme Court, ultimately failing but setting the stage for future success?
Curt Flood.
It's almost like I told you to shut up. Yes, it was Curt Flood.
Wait, wait. He said his name even after you told him not to, and that's okay now?
I know, right?
Oh,
Hey,
man.
that's just called knowing our stuff.
We're just gonna
I don't understand the rules.
I got to tell you, we're going to tie him to a tree this weekend, cover him in honey, and leave him for the bears.
They're all hibernating.
Not the ones we woke up.
That's a myth from cartoons. They
Rawr.
still get around.
That's a myth from cartoons.
Rar.
Do that to them. See how they respond.
Oh, I already know.
All right.
Positively, I'll tell you that much.
Back to Nelson. Who were the pitchers who, by playing without a contract in 1975, legally broke the reserve clause?
John Candelaria.
Pitchers.
And Gaylord Perry.
You're wrong on both accounts. All right, Tyler.
Harry.
Tom Seaver? Steve Carlton.
No.
Oh, okay.
This beer doesn't get any better.
Why would you drink more of it?
Well, I'm not wasting it. Go ahead,
Jim
Josh.
Palmer.
No.
And
Mike McCormick.
No.
yeah, I don't know.
Andy Messersmith and Dave McNally.
Thank you, Ben, for continuing to make me feel like I don't know ball. by
More White
pulling-
Rascals.
Yeah,
Curt Flood.
that made me feel like I know ball. He was
So-
not a white rascal.
All right, then. Last question. The first free agent deal was Andy Messersmith for 3 years, $1 million to Atlanta. What's $1 million from 1975 equal to today in Major League Baseball?
Ooh, let's go with $12 million.
No.
Are you saying like inflation wise, or what is like?
Both.
What do you mean both? I didn't even have a second.
Both.
Just figure it out.
Use those imaginary numbers that you said exist.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna give it 10.
No.
12.
That's what he said. No. One more round of table.
All right.
One more round the table.
I will go with 16.
No, you went the wrong way.
Oh, sorry.
8.
No.
6.
Closest to the point right there. 5.7 million.
Man, that's
I know,
a heck
right?
of a deal.
I thought it would be a lot more.
Andy Messersmith, drafted by the Tigers.
Oh,
Oh, that was the last question. Is what person
You
did
and
I
Eminem
mention,
just bring it back to-
was
Oh.
drafted by the
Very,
Tigers?
very fun. Drafted by the Tigers, and he made his MLB debut against the Tigers. Fun facts.
So
I didn't know who he was, so I'm looking him up right now.
For those of you keeping track, this has been really old Tigers players trivia to end the show.
Turns out just about everybody has spent some time in Detroit.
All right, can I give a trivia question somebody might actually get?
Yes.
Please. This is the first one I've gotten to guess
Smith
on.
had a runner-up
in 25 episodes.
Who is the only position player to play all 162 games and never hit into a double play?
Mark Grace.
No.
Oh, bummer.
Only position player. Is this someone that had like a multi-year career?
Yeah.
So it's just like they had one season.
It's a Hall of Fame player.
Okay, so they had
An
Mark
actual
Grace.
Hall of Fame
I would
or
like you to-
should be
I would like you to reconsider
a Hall
Mark
of
Grace.
Fame caliber or a Hall
In
of
the Hall of
Famer?
Fame.
Okay, so it's not Bonds.
No.
I will go with.
That's a good guess.
Because he walked so much.
I'm gonna go with Ozzie Smith.
No.
Oh, the Wizard. Good guess.
Oh, I got
Tony
another
Gwynn.
guess. That would be my guess.
Tony Gwynn,
No.
Senior.
Kirby Puckett.
No. You got one more in you, Tyler?
No, he took my Tony Gwynn
All right.
guess. I think that.
I thought somebody might say
Rod Carew.
No. That somebody might say Cal Ripken because of the 162. It's not him. It's Craig Biggio.
Craig
Hey,
Biggio.
wow.
Craig Biggio.
Wow.
one of the killer bees.
Fascinating.
Okay.
What year?
1976.
Dude, he was like
He came in
Four.
with Julio Franco.
You know what? I don't know, but it's either 1992, 96, or 97. So
I'll go 96. Split the difference.
I mean, I can tell you that very easily.
97.
It was 97.
I was so close.
I'm looking at his baseball reference page, and it's the one year that he has 0 GIDP.
just really
With the
quick.
162
Price is
play
right. I didn't go over again.
And he led the league with 34 hit by pitches that year.
You led the league.
he led the league in that a lot. He
Yeah.
put his elbow in the strike zone. That's what he did.
5-time league leader in hit by pitch, Craig Biggio.
And you know when he wanted to ice up his elbow, he'd dig a hole and stick it right in there.
In the dugout where it's even cooler.
callback.
Yeah.
Instant callback. All right. Any final thoughts, guys?
I didn't have any starting thoughts.
We exhausted an entire season of Dodger talk in one episode.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like we're going to be talking about them a bit more. I'm just glad that we are exiting this brutally cold weather, and there's a little
Where
bit
do you live?
a little bit more warmth on the horizon.
Baseball's on the horizon.
Hey, Tyler,
Yes.
you're a lifelong Minnesotan.
Yes.
Do you really think February is exiting the cold?
We're currently exiting the brutally cold
We're
weather.
moving towards the positives.
Yes.
It's 14 degrees now. That's
I woke up and it was -10.
But it's not
well,
anymore.
now it is
it's 30
24
degrees warmer than it was a few days ago.
Tomorrow has a high of 8 and a low of -1.
Yeah.
That's
but
better than it was this weekend.
A few days ago, the high was -10.
My point is, we have not exited the brutal cold. It's just a different level of brutal cold.
It's
You
just
know what?
cold now.
Some of us are just natural optimists, and that's me. And other people just bring everything back to
We're
Detroit,
out of the brutal.
and
It's
that's
just
Josh.
cold.
This has nothing to do with Detroit. I was just
Hey, guys.
What?
I was just in Finland. It's like 30 degrees warmer
But guys,
in Finland than it is here.
This
which is
weekend,
interesting.
It's because of all the saunas.
Thank you for bringing that point up, because this weekend we're going to be in a house both with a hot tub and a sauna. They're both inside.
Ooh.
So we don't have to go out in the brutal cold.
That's
I'll
not
be
a
running around
sauna.
in my skivvies all weekend, hopping from one to the other.
Bathing or
right.
chicken. Those are the suits you can bring.
Honestly, I'm done with you guys. Are we done? Can we wrap up?
I've been trying to wrap up for a few minutes. Okay, so that's episode 25. Thank you guys so much for listening. Again, go to our socials. Check out our new website, swingingammisspod.com.
And YouTube.
And YouTube, Swing and a Miss Pod.
Leave
on-
comments.
on YouTube.
Subscribe,
Leave comments. You want to take this
Download.
over?
Like, subscribe, hit all the socials, check out the website, and we'll see you next week.
Or
Please-
just download and don't listen and get us some numbers. I
Please,
don't care.
please listen and download. We appreciate that. Play the game, love the game, and in light of recent events, hug your people and take care of each other. We'll talk to you soon.
Love you guys.